Hi, and welcome to Chapter 4. We are now going to create the image of a jump drive. So you should have one already attached to your acquisitions computer. You have launched FTK Imager. Go to File, Create Disk Image. Your Select Source dialog box will appear. We are going to select the physical drive. Notice that you could also select a logical drive, which would mean a logical drive partition such as a D or an E drive on your hard drive. If you needed to convert an existing image file, say from an E01 to a DD file, you could do it here. You can also get the contents of a folder. Notice that this will only get the logical files. This will not get any deleted files, unallocated space, or file slack. And then finally you can access DVDs or CDs. Go ahead and click Next. You want to hit the drop down button and select your physical drive. I'm selecting my Lexar jump drive, and then click Finish. The Create Image dialog box will come up. We now want to specify a destination for our drive image. You can click Add. Notice you now have to select the image type. This is going to be a RAW or a DD image, so we just want to leave the default. Click Next. For our case number, we're going to enter in today's date. Oops. The evidence number, we'll just put in 123. You would actually be using the evidence tag that was given when the item was seized. And we're just going to put on here thumb drive. If I can type. The examiner, go ahead and put in your name. I'm going to put in Joe Friday. And then you could add any additional notes that were needed. Then click Next. You want to select the image destination folder. Go ahead and click the Browse button. I'm going to go out onto my C drive and come down to my work folder. Notice I also have a folder for Chapter 4, so I'm going to select that. Click OK. For a file name, we'll just say nchap04. Notice that you can do an image fragment size if you need it to break it up among multiple CDs or DVDs. We're going to enter in a 0 and specify do not fragment. Then click Finish. And then you want to make sure that you have the check mark in Verify Images after they are created. And then go ahead and click Start. It'll take a little bit of time while this is imaging. This is a rather small jump drive. An important part of computer forensics is time management. If you think about a 300 gig, 500 gig, or 1 terabyte drive, that's going to take anywhere from 5 to 24 hours, depending upon whether or not you have a dual processor, quad-core processor, etc. So what you want to do is have a machine that's set up to do your drive imaging that's in a secure area, and then while that's happening, you need to be off perhaps doing paperwork, seizing other drives, doing actual file analysis on another case, or running a password cracker. If you'll recall, in Chapter 3 we went over the lab setup. That's why it's always a good idea to have multiple forensics machines. You also may want to consider doing more than one image of the physical drive. Now you'll notice that we're almost done. Even for this small drive, it's taking several minutes. And then as soon as this is done, we will click the OK button. Now, some of the things that are coming up, since we have Vista, and of course System 7 is right around the corner, you may run into issues with that, and then of course with any virtual drives. Life is getting more and more interesting for computer forensic examiners. And looks like we're almost done. Okay, now it is verifying. And notice that even though we specified a DD image, the extension on this is inchap.001. If you're going to take this, for example, into ProDiscover, you simply need to change the file extension to .dd. Okay, notice we have an MD5 hash computed. There's the report hash, and we have verified the result. You also have a SHA-1 hash and a report hash and verified, and then you have a bad sector list. We can now close this out and close out the other dialog box, and you have actually acquired a drive. Thank you, and we'll move on to the next section.